Okay guys, so today's video obviously is some little cute 3D healthy lollipop vibes. So the colours that we used was Aubergine Dream, All Fired Up and Tangerine Twist. So I'm beginning with just placing 2 coats of each colour on my sample nails and then curing in between for 60 seconds. And then once I've done that, I'm going to matte top coat them. So I'll be back in a second once that's all done, and I'm just going to let you have a little nosy at the different colours that I'm using. These are all beautiful, perfect colours for the summer season approaching. So if you haven't got them already, especially this red, it's perfect for summer. It's like the perfect bright orangey cherry red if you've got red lovers for your clients, because I know I have a few girls, a few clients who just love red. They have red all the time, so you need a few selections there. But anyway, I'm going to stop nattering on and let you watch that, and I'll be back in a second with the exciting part. Right guys, there's the 3 colours with the matte on. So stun, love them. So we're going to begin now by mixing Snow White and All Fired Up. This is going to give us the perfect pinky red base for our strawberries. Obviously we're going with a red base for the nails, so I can't use just red for the strawberries, so I wanted to create a little bit of a lighter effect there. And to create the strawberries, I'm just doing a very soft upside down triangle, and that tends to be all you need to do to create a strawberry. It's quite self-explanatory, very easy. And I'm just making sure that they're all close together in different angles and I don't get too big, because obviously you don't want the lollipops to be too big. So you just want to make sure that you keep control of the size and make sure that you don't end up making it too wide, because then when you do put the 3D section on, it's going to start to look a little bit strange. So for the next one, I'm mixing Ocean Ridge with Aubergine Dream, and this gave me the perfect dark purple grape, and I just thought these looked so beautiful. Really, really cute. I just used a little dotting tool and I just did maybe like 5 or 6 just in the centre of the nail, obviously for the lollipop. So you want to do that. Once you're happy, pop it in the lamp for 60 seconds and then we'll move on to the next nail. Okay, we're using Midori now, which is a really khaki sort of green shade. It's very like army green, and I'm just popping this on the centre of the kiwis. I did use Snow White and Tangerine Twist. I just lightened it up a little bit for the first section of the kiwi. As you can see, they're a little bit lighter. So I'm just filling in the darker edge of the kiwis now, and then once I've done that, we will then move on to the next step. Obviously, let me know in the comments if you want to see me do anything else similar to this, or you've got any other ideas, because I love to read the comments, and obviously it gives me a little bit of inspiration sometimes. So yeah, make sure to leave your thoughts and give the video a thumbs up if you like it already. I'm going in now with a little bit of Snow White, obviously just to add the little seeds on the strawberries, which is really cute. I find little dainty detailed nail art like this so fun to do and so cute because it's on such a small scale. I just think it looks really, I don't know, like cutesy. Here for the grapes, I'm also just adding a couple of white and lighter mixed aubergine and white dots to the top, just to give a little bit of depth and to make them look a little bit more realistic, so they're not too like 2D. And then I'm using Snow White again for this section of the kiwi, just to lighten up the middle, because you just want that dark ring between your layers. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we're going to move on to the stems of the strawberry. I do not know how to pronounce this gel colour, but it's one of our green jellies. I use it a lot in my ocean sets as well. It's a really lovely colour. But it just gave that really nice dark deep stem shade. So we're just going to add the tops here, and then this one will be done and ready for 3D gel. I'm just using the same colour here just to create the stems for the grapes, and then I'm going in with Snow White here and just creating my little lines for the kiwis just to add that extra detail. You'll be able to see that in a second. It'll all start to come together. Okay, now I'm using the nail tip adhesive that we have. It's like this, it comes out, just squeeze it out, and it's like, it almost looks like glass. It's quite strange, very, very pretty, very satisfying to work with. Once you pat it down and you've got your shape that you desire, it will self-level as well. So you just want to, before you put it into the lamp, give it a minute or so just to smooth itself out. Works really well. But as you can see, I've just roughly measured up the size that I needed, used a silicone tool, and I'm just patting out the lolly shape. I didn't want them to be too like massively 3D, because obviously I like to try and do things on these tips, even though they're super long, that you could replicate and do on somebody's nails if you've got someone that likes really wacky 3D nail art, because I know I have a few clients who love stuff like this as well. So I'm trying to keep it as wearable as possible, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on all of them now, and then put them into cure. Right, last step is basically using Snow White, and I'm just creating a little stem, like a handle for the lollipops, kind of doing like a triangle shape but with soft edges. And then I'll cure that and just top coat those small sections, and that is basically the design done. It's super easy, it was really quick to do. I wish I'd have had more time this day to actually do more like different fruits, so like oranges or dragon fruit, that kind of thing. But obviously leave in the comments if you want me to do any other fruit designs and different shaped lollipops. That would be really fun. But this is the finished result. They came out super cute. I think that's definitely very wearable if you've got, you know, a crazy client who loves, you know, anything and everything on their nails. But yeah, obviously any products I've used today in today's video, as usual, will be linked in the description box below. Make sure to check out the website, and yeah, thank you again for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.